What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go over some support and resistance. If you do not know what support and resistance is, this is a perfect video for you because we're actually going to take it to the charts and I'm going to show you guys some real examples. And by the end of this video, you should have a good idea of how you can draw support and resistance and what support and resistance is. So let's get straight into it. So as you can see, we're looking at Tesla right now. This is the daily chart. Not that it matters. You could, chart any time frame, but let's go ahead and get into it. So what are we going to do now? What is the goal? Why are we drawing support and resistance? You always want to draw support and resistance because it gives you, it organizes the chart for you, right? When you just look at a chart like this, it's just a naked chart. There is no organization here. With the support and resistance, we could identify key levels and then we can make decisions based on the price action when it gets close to one of those key levels, right? So if I were to just draw some charts, draw some support and resistance, I would definitely have a level right here. This is an important level and we're going to go over that obviously. And we have another level up here. Right now, how did I get these levels? So let's start with this. Right, as you can see, we have a bunch of rejections right here, and I'm gonna explain what a rejection looks like or what it is exactly. So we got a strong move up for Tesla. As you can see, this first candle, we had a rejection off this 890 level. We had a rejection, and then we had a retracement. Then we had another rejection, and then another before having a slight retracement. Then we had another rejection before making another move down. So what does this tell you? This lets us know that, okay, Tesla near this level has a very hard time breaking past this level, right? Tesla has a very hard time breaking past this level. So this 890 level is going to be a heavy resistance area for us, a heavy, or what they call a supply zone. Supply meaning sellers are really selling. The selling pressure at this level is very, very strong because the price just can't seem to break. So just to clear that up even more, let's take this. Let's take the path tool and let's check this out one more time. So we had a strong move up, rejection. Then we had another rejection. Then we had another rejection before retracing, another rejection before a move down. So you can see how strong this level is. So every time, so pretty much what this does is it gives me some organization. It lets me know that, okay, next time in the future when Tesla goes near the 890 level again, based on what happened previously, I can kind of go ahead and possibly tell what's likely to happen next. Nothing in the market is guaranteed, right? Just because it rejected once or twice or 3 times or 4 times doesn't mean it's going to reject the 5th time, right? But at least with this, we have some sort of game plan. We know what to expect. We're not going to try to guess the market, but we can definitely have a quicker reaction and be able to make a move that will make us a lot of money, right? So let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit to see what happened in the future. So as you can see, we have the 890 level. Tesla, we had some price action, and then eventually we had a break, right? We had a break of the 890 level. What does a break mean? A break is when a previous resistance level is no longer a resistance level anymore. As you can see, Tesla had earnings. If you don't know what earnings is, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it in another video. But earnings pretty much just lets us know how well a company did for that quarter. And Tesla had really good earnings, which gave them enough boost to blow past this level, right? And not only did it blow past this level, it completely blew past that level. It went from 850 or 890 all the way up to $1,242, which is the next resistance level. Now, how do I know that this is the next resistance level? Anywhere where the price gets stopped up. This is an all-time high for Tesla. So 1242 is an all-time high. It has never been higher than that before, right? Obviously, I'm talking about after the stock split. If you know, you know. But as you can see, we had a strong move up. Tesla tried, but it couldn't. You can see these 2 candles right here. It tried twice to break that 1242 level, but it could not break. So this became my new resistance level. So every time Tesla's share price comes near this level, I am automatically going to say, okay, we can either get another rejection here, or if it breaks, we can go on a run like we did right here. Obviously, we would like some good news or some sort of catalyst to push the price past that level. And as you can see, we had strong move up, rejection, then strong move up, just a little price action. But here's where it gets really interesting, right? We came all the way back down to 890 again, right? And why is this so important? Why is this so cool? It's because what used to be a resistance level, or what they call a supply zone, is now a support level, otherwise known as a demand zone, right? As you can see, buyers stepped in and pushed the price higher, right? And before it rejected off that around that 1242 area again. But if we zoom out just a little bit, you can really see how important this level is. I'm just gonna get rid of this real quick. Let's get rid of this. And let's actually highlight that entire zone so you can see how important this level is. Look at that. Look at that. We have our supply zone, or supply zone turned into a demand zone, right? So now I no longer see 890 as a resistance level because the price is currently above 890. And as you can see, we had a clear bounce off that level, right? We had a clear bounce off that level, and then we had another push up. Obviously couldn't break, rejected off that level, around that 1242 level, and now it's sitting at $1,064. But it's just really a cool example. It shows you how strong that level is, right? When you're looking at these charts, you can organize this, right? Before, you didn't really, you couldn't really see much because there was no organization within the chart. But just by drawing, I just drew two zones. I had the 890 level and I had the 1242 level. That's all I drew. Now, a lot of people, especially new traders, they kind of try to overcomplicate it. Try to keep it as simple as possible, right? Do not be that guy that draws 10 to 15 support and resistance levels. Like, there's no need for all that. Draw the major ones, and then obviously, you'll get in the rhythm for it. You'll get a feel for it. You gotta practice this. Just go to a chart and just practice drawing support and resistance levels, and that will help you understand which levels are key levels, especially while the market's open. See how the price reacts to those levels as well. But you can see that, I drew two zones and I already had a solid idea of what would happen just based off those two zones. And also, before we even move on, because I have two more examples I'm going to show you guys, I want to tell you guys something very, very important, right? A lot of people overdo it as well in terms of drawing support and resistance where the price isn't relevant, right? So check this out. Tesla currently is at $1,064, right? I'm not gonna go way down here in this area and start drawing support and resistance levels. Why would I? Why, like the price like down here is like under $700. Right now Tesla is at almost at $1,100. Why do I care about what's going on down here? The price is not gonna come way down here anytime soon. Right? And honestly, the only reason why I had this 890 level is because it was such an important level. And if you know Tesla is a very, very heavy mover. It can move a lot in one day. So this level is pretty relevant if you know Tesla and its price action, how it moves on a day-to-day basis. But guys, save yourself the trouble. Like, I didn't even draw down here. Like, I could have went down here and drew, a support level right here. You can see that, the price, if we zoom in, the price bounced off this level twice, bounce before moving up. But, this level just wasn't important because it's at all the way at $532, right? Right now, Tesla's at $1,064. So for me to chart way down here at 532 literally makes no sense. I'm just wasting time at that point, right? So make sure you don't overdo it. Don't draw 100 support and resistance zones, and only draw where the price is relevant. So right now, honestly, if I'm not giving you guys that example, I am zoomed all the way in right here. This is what I'm worried about. I'm just worried about this level right here. This is my price action. This is where the price is. This is where I'm interested, because the movement, the action, the money is going to be made right here where the price is, not all the way down here. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Now let's move on. let's talk about, this is CHPT, otherwise known as ChargePoint, right? So the first thing I see, right, I'm looking for where the price continues to bounce or continues to reject. And I automatically see this level right here, right? I automatically see that level. And right now the price is at 16.21. So honestly, that's the only thing I'm worried about right now. I don't need to look at anything else above here. Maybe I can go a little lower. Let's draw a level. We can draw a level right there. We'll draw a level right there. Okay, cool. Right, and remember, why am I not worried about anything up here? It's because the price is currently down here, right? So this is the only thing I'm worried about. This area, this purple zone, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. How did we get these levels? So as you can see, we had 4 bounces off this level. We had a bounce right here. We had another bounce, right? We had 4 bounces at 1945. This was a solid support level, right? As you can see, the price had trouble going under. Every time the price tried to go under, the buyer stepped in and said, no, we're not letting the price go any lower than this. This is a very, very, very strong demand zone, right? And as you can see, as the price went on, even though it dipped under, this is what I call a weak breakout, meaning that the breakout wasn't strong enough for it to actually keep going down. So instead, it came right back up, and as you can see, it bounced right back, and now we're, now it just went on a little run, and now, as you can see, it's kind of the same example as Tesla not long ago, where resistance became support. Now in this case, support became resistance. How do I know that? Look at this, right? So this is also known as a break and retest. So as you can see, we have our level at 1945. We had a bounce, 4 bounces, weak breakout, a continuation, and then we had another breakout, then we had a retest. So we broke under our support level at 1945, and then we retested 1945 before pushing lower. This is what I would call a strong move down, because it didn't just go down, it didn't just flush, but it showed that, okay, we're actually going to push the price lower, and we're going to do so in a very, very organized way, right? We had a break, we had a retest, and then a push down lower. So our support level became our new resistance level. What used to be the demand zone became the new supply zone, right? So what am I looking for next with this stock? So right now I'm looking, and I really don't see anything. It may be a little something right here where you see these wicks. Anytime I see a lot of wicks, I treat it as a level, right? Because anytime you see a wick on a candle, you guys may not be familiar with candles yet, but when you see something like this, for example, just a little sidebar, you guys need to know this. So check this out. You see this candle right here, this long candle. This is called a hammer or a pin bar. And what this pin bar signifies, or this long wick, this signifies that there is buying pressure, where the price, the body of the candle at one point was way down here, but before this candle closed and moved on to the next candle, the buyers pushed the price back up, forming this long wick. This wick is an indicator of strong buying pressure. And if it was on the opposite side, it's the same exact thing, where it will indicate strong selling pressure, right? So let's actually move over. So right here, obviously you see a couple wicks, wick right here, a little bit of indecision right here before moving up. So, I wouldn't call it like a super strong level, but what I would do, I would probably just change it to another color, just so while I'm trading, while I'm looking at this stock, I am aware that, okay, we may get a little trouble at this level, but it doesn't seem too strong, so we should be okay, right? And obviously, you see about 2 rejections right here, a rejection right here and a rejection right here before breaking, retesting, and then they move up, right? And we talked about the break and retest just a few minutes ago. But for me, I would definitely, I have my 1287 level. That's the level I'm worried about. We have a break, a bounce, before we rejected twice off this level, but you see another bounce, right? So that's definitely a key level. Before that, this stock really wasn't very active at all. But let's actually zoom out really quick, right? So as you can see, the price is actually already under that weak level that I call that 1618, and it looks like we could get a move towards 1287 if it keeps up on this current move down, right? But just for the sake of it, you guys, we got our support and resistance levels for this one. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Just a quick recap: we had our 4 bounces, bounce, 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 and then we had a weak move down before continue back up. Then we had a strong move down where we had a break, a retest, and then a push down, and we broke under our really weak 1618 level. Now it looks like we can get a move down to 1287, but we'll see. You can never, I try not to guess what's going to happen in the market. I do my best to react, right? I take what the market gives me. That's what I like to do. I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm betting that this is going to happen. No, I'm going to wait for it to happen, and then I'm going to be the fastest to react. And if I can react fast, I can catch a move, I can make some money. Lastly, we have Ford, right? So right now Ford's at 24.35. What are we gonna do? What is the first thing we do? What do we focus on? Pause the video, think about it. All right, cool. So we're focusing on where the price is relevant right now, right? So as you can see, the price is way up here. We're not gonna worry about anything down there. We just don't care. We don't care. We only focus on what's going on close to the price. Okay, so let's break this down really quick. So as you can see, Ford had a strong move up. When a stock has a strong move up, if it wants to continue to go up higher, it must take a break. It must either consolidate, retrace before making another push, right? So it looks like that's what happened. It had a strong move up. It consolidated for a few days or a few weeks, it looks like, because this is the daily chart. Let's draw a level right there, draw a level right here, before making another strong move up. And then as you can see, it looks like we're actually creating what's called a bear flag. This is a bullish continuation pattern, right? And we're gonna get into patterns in another video, but just so you can, just see what one looks like. This is a bull flag known as a bullish continuation. Based on this pattern, what would happen is, and I'm only showing you this because I drew it. Based what would happen is a strong move up, it would flag, and then continuation, right? That's technically what a bull flag would do, just so you guys can see it and be familiar with it. But I want to focus on this right here because I know a lot of people are going to have questions about Isaac. Whoa, you just drew some support and resistance, but you drew it through a whole bunch of candles. How do you do that? Here's the thing. You guys have to understand that the charts don't have to look pretty. It does not have to look pretty. If you're comparing your charts to somebody else's, it's 9 times out of 10 is not going to be the exact same chart, but the idea is the same. As you can see, Ford had a strong move up. It started consolidating in this range within, between 2059 and 1897. Now, why did I draw through these candles? There's about 3 or 4 candles that I drew right through when I drew my resistance. Well, here's why. This is a weak move up. You may see this candle, and I never get flustered when I see a random burst, random bullish move, a random really strong green candle out of nowhere. Why? Because without any retracements, without any consolidation, without any type of chart pattern, I consider those to be really weak moves up, right? Just as fast as they go up, they can come right down. And that's where a lot of people get caught, with FOMO when you're chasing a weak move. And let me explain that in further detail. Look at this. We had some consolidation, right? for a few days, just consolidating, and then boom, you get a random green candle. Random, just bullish candle all the way from, went from 1979 to 2144, and that's a big move if if you're trading forward. A $2 move for forward is a big move. And as you can see, after that, it came right back down again, right? It was just a weak candle, very bullish candle. And I bet you people took calls thinking, oh my gosh, Ford is gonna go off. I'm hopping in calls, I'm gonna swing it, I'm gonna hold it. And then they would have just lost money on the chop, right? It got really choppy, started consolidating again before it actually made a move up. And as you can see here, where we have a strong move, we had, if you look just a little bit later, and let me make it a little bigger, we had, and we talked about it already, we had a break, retest, and then a move up, right? As of, instead of right here where we had a random move up, and then guess what? We got a random move down, right? I never trade those really big, weird candles that come out of nowhere. I want a little price action, right? Especially by a key support or resistance level. You want this action near a key support or resistance level. You don't just want one of those candles that go straight up, because I promise you, as fast as they go up, they will come right back down, or they definitely can, right? Nothing in the market's guaranteed, but these right here, in my opinion, whether this was a strong move up or a strong move down, I wouldn't have been convinced unless we got some of this price action before. Also, drawing through wicks. I don't mind drawing through wicks, because wicks is nothing but, if I can identify a level where, maybe just wicking at this level a lot, just that area is where I'm worried about, right? It's not going to be a really wide area, but if there's a difference between a couple cents or whatever, I'm not really worried about it. Like the difference between, my support level at 1897 and right here 1859, that's, I'm not really worried about that. It's just one wick, right? I'm not going to move my level all the way down here for one wick when the majority of them are up here, right? I'm going to stick with the majority and then mark my levels based off of that, right? But as you can see, we have some consolidation, some easy support resistance. Then we have a strong move up, and then we have, I like to call it a bull flag, but if you're not familiar with those, you can see even now where the wicks are. You see, remember we talked about the wicks and what they mean? You can see a lot of buying pressure right here. Obviously you had some selling pressure right here, but you have a lot of buying pressure, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another move up with Ford. This is an all-time high for Ford, so no matter what, I would have a resistance level right here, just because, like I said, all-time highs meaning that the stock is at a price point it has never been at before, or it was at a price point it has never been at before. 24.93, that's an all-time high for Ford. So, that's obviously going to be a clear resistance level, but nonetheless, you see the buying pressure, looks like a flag. Not a bad looking chart. Ford's been actually doing really well. I actually have Ford in my long-term portfolio, so I'm glad they're doing well. But that's all I got for this video. I hope this made sense to you guys. Went through 3 examples, tackled a few different topics, learned a little bit on the side as well. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will be happy to get back to you. I know I do get a few comments here and there. And if I miss it, I'm sorry. I will definitely scan back through to see if I can come get you and answer your question. But feel free to like, subscribe. I will have plenty of more videos like this coming out. Like I said, everything's free. 2022, get your free education. I am giving away all the game. Don't buy any more $500, $1,000 courses. I'm giving it all away right here on YouTube, and I am super happy to do it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, I was supposed to say that last. I didn't mean to. I will see you guys in the next video.